The empty chair. The rain had been falling since morning, covering the small town in silence. 19-year-old Ethan Carter sat alone in his bedroom, staring at the empty chair beside his desk. It wasn't an ordinary chair. It was where his younger sister, Lily, used to sit every evening while doing her homework. She had been gone for almost 2 years. A serious illness had taken her away far too soon. Since that day, Ethan had stopped celebrating birthdays, stopped playing the guitar, and slowly stopped talking to the people who cared about him. His father buried himself in work, while his mother spent most of her time looking through old photo albums. Their house was still full of memories, but it no longer felt like a home. Every night before sleeping, Ethan looked at Lily's favorite teddy bear sitting on the shelf. He could never bring himself to move it. One Saturday afternoon, while cleaning the attic, Ethan discovered a dusty wooden box with Lily's name written on it. Inside were colorful drawings, tiny paper stars, and a white envelope. Across the front, it read, "For Ethan, open this only when you finally smile again." His hands began to shake. "I never smiled again," he whispered. Slowly, he opened the envelope. Inside was a letter written in Lily's small handwriting. "Dear Ethan, if you're reading this, it means I'm probably watching you from somewhere you cannot see. I know you're sad. I know you'll miss me. But please don't let my goodbye become the end of your story. You once promised me that we'd travel the world together. If I can't go, then you must go for both of us. Laugh louder, dream bigger, help people, and whenever you see the stars, remember that I'm counting them too." By the time Ethan reached the last sentence, tears blurred every word. For the first time in years, he cried without trying to hold it back. The next morning, something changed. He walked outside before sunrise. He felt the cold breeze against his face and realized how long it had been since he had truly looked at the sky. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Ethan slowly returned to college. He picked up his guitar again, even though every song reminded him of Lily. Instead of running from the memories, he began carrying them with him. One afternoon, he volunteered at a children's hospital. He met a little girl named Emma. She was cheerful despite spending most of her life in hospital rooms. She reminded him so much of Lily. Every Friday, Ethan visited Emma. He read stories, played music, and helped children forget their pain, even if only for a little while. One evening Emma asked, "Why do you always smile at us, even when your eyes look sad?" Ethan looked out the hospital window before answering. "Because someone once taught me that even broken hearts can make other people feel safe." Emma smiled. "I think she'd be proud of you." Those simple words stayed with Ethan forever. Years passed. Ethan eventually became a pediatric doctor. His office walls were covered with children's drawings instead of expensive paintings. On his desk sat Lily's old teddy bear. Every child who entered his office asked about it. Every time, Ethan smiled and replied, "It belongs to my first best friend." On the 10th anniversary of Lily's passing, Ethan visited the hill where they had once watched shooting stars together. He carried the same letter in his pocket. The paper had grown old. The ink had faded, but the words still felt alive. He looked up at the endless night sky and quietly said, "I kept my promise, Lily. I traveled. I laughed. I helped people. I lived enough for both of us." A gentle wind passed through the trees. For a brief moment, it felt like someone had whispered, "Thank you." Ethan closed his eyes. The pain had never completely disappeared. Some wounds never do, but he had learned something beautiful. The people we lose never truly leave us. They continue living in every act of kindness we offer, every dream we chase, and every life we choose to brighten. Sometimes, love doesn't end with goodbye. Sometimes, goodbye is simply another way love stays forever.